Good evening from Houston, Texas. I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. And Jay, this city home to the eighth wonder of the world, the Astrodome. We'll see on the floor who stands out tonight.
I don't know about that, Ed. I may have to disagree with you on that. The eighth wonder of the world is the Red Rowdies. Let's get loud. Let's represent. Houston Rockets, what time is it?
They are certainly impressive. Let's do this in Houston. Houston controls the tap. Paul to Harden. It's Paul for two. Not that time.
You see, Ed, this is what the refs need to start calling. The defender hit the shooter right around the waist, which made him lunge into a shot and took away all of his concentration for it.
To Paul. Nothing going here on that drive. Paul. Love the hustle. Sprawl down on the deck. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Here comes the screen. Holiday to Davis. And he's fouled. Couple of free throws coming up, Jay.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to...
First one goes down.
Good shot.
Way to shoot it.
And fails to hit them both. Hits the first, misses the second. Harden. No, not a good pass as the Pelicans come up with it. Holiday controls the basketball. Down by one. Taking advantage of the turnover.
On and off the court, Jrue Holiday is one of my favorite players. He always brings that passion and intensity on the hardwood floor. But this game always comes back to why do you play? And there's no doubt about it. He plays for his wife, Lauren, and also his baby girl, Drew Tyler. His wife, while pregnant, found out that she had a brain tumor behind her right eye. He skipped the season, stayed with his wife, helped her to have her baby, and also supported her while she went through a serious time. I don't know what else defines leadership other than a man like Jrue Holiday.
Pelicans basketball. And scores. Harden in possession. He'll run the offense. Tough to pull off with the defender all over you. Harden. It's rejected by Tucker.
Continuous effort is the key for your team's success. No one this entire ball game has quit on a play. That right there, that's what's going to help your team win this game.
Time for some new personnel into the game. New Orleans has it. Holiday. Anthony. Paul. Buries it on the catch and shoot. There's a sixth sense there that you just can't teach.
If you're a player on the same team with CP3, you should be taking that point guard out to dinner every single night. There's something to be said about a guard that makes the game way easier for you to be even more of an efficient offensive player.
Holiday. And it's good.
Ugh, did you see the way the ball came off his hands? Not the best form in the world, but it is where it is. Count it. Maybe just don't count on it all.
Pella. Knocked loose. Slam dunk.
I mean, with so much talk these days about three-point shooting and the spacing on the court and having versatile athletic wings, sometimes when you have a dominant big man, you keep giving him the ball. You let him be that anomaly.
Randall to Holiday. Oh, had him going there for a second. Holiday won't go. He needs some luck on his side given how they're defending.
1 minute remaining in the first quarter.
He throws it down. Whoa, that was like an express train. No local stops.
It's like you walking into the tunnel getting ready before this game. I saw you. You were locked in. You had the horse blinders on. You were myopic. Nobody was stopping you. You were focused.
Jay, there's a level we have to reach game in and game out. Gamers know what it's about.
Thanks to those who have already participated in this community event.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor.
Subbing in for Houston, number 10, Eric Gordon.
He was all over him. Missed the shot. No free throws.
Because he had no body control. You have to be able to control your body when you attack the rim at full speed. That's part of your concentration. People assume concentration just on the rim, but your body control is everything. Be able to speed yourself up or slow yourself down.
Knocked loose. Rockets come up with it. Anthony. Whistled for the foul. Chance coming up at the free throw line.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
First one, count it. And gets both to drop at the line. It's Pelicans have the steal. Now Paul with the basketball. Shot clock turned off as they get a chance to build their lead. Inside, he scores.
That's a good run right here to end the first quarter to open up that lead. If you're the coach of this team, you have to like the effort your guys are giving.
Here's the step back.
And that footwork was absolutely off the charts. Just that space, splash.
Deep three at the buzzer. So the Rockets with the lead after one at Toyota Center. Jay and I back with more after this. You're watching the NBA on EA Sports. First quarter complete, on to the second period. A little bit of a feeling out process so far.
Both teams are trying to feel each other out, but I like the aggression that both teams established in the first quarter. This is the first quarter league. The way you play in the opening minutes really sets the tone for the rest of the game.
Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
Well, he finished strong because he was able to initiate the contact. When you initiate the contact first, you bounce off the defender, which balances you at the rim.
Knocked with front court. His team on top by 8. Tucker, now pass, stolen by the Pelicans. Knocked loose. Rockets have it.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
He was hacked. They let it go.
Screen.
To Holiday. Five to shoot for the Pelicans. Has a look. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Free throw good to finish off the three-point play. It's back to a 5-point game. It's Rockets ball.
Let's go. Play deep.
Paul to P.J. Tucker. And that'll be out of bounds. Last touch by the Pelicans. So the Rockets hold on to the basketball. Oh, Davis up to turn that one away.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
And scores. Strong take.
No fading on that shot. Strictly up and down.
Fundamentals 101. Paul across the timeline. Leads three. To Harden. Nothing going here on that drive. Shot clock to 4 for Houston. Here's CP3. Oh, great defense there, forcing the pickup. Off the assist.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Here's Paul, controlling the offense. To Anthony. Capella to Paul. Rockets with 4 to shoot. Chance for Paul. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one. He has that sixth sense that you just can't teach.
He's like a traffic cop, and he's navigating a myriad of bodies coming his way. And there's a smaller innuendo of the game that nobody talks about. When he makes a great pass, he'll tell the offensive player, shoot it, go up, dunk it. He will direct you in lead.
Knocks it down off the step back.
And while the ball was still in his hands, a sidestep throws a defender off. People aren't used to seeing that type of footwork.
Now the Rockets will use a timeout as they'll talk things over in a one-point basketball game.
An effort only fully releases its reward after a person refuses to quit. What I like about this team is that they continue to execute. As a coach, we used to talk about it all the time. I would hear it every single day. Execute, execute, execute. But if you can play with energy and execute, that's the formula for success.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor.
Entering the game for the Rockets, number 42, Nene.
Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
Look, the Rockets don't take too many mid-range jumpers. Actually, last season, they led the league in three-point attempts. Glad to see them actually find a two-point shot relevant.
Scores from the post.
I tell you, he's so special, Ed. He makes the game look easy.
A lot of hard work to make it look easy. Here's Paul. Brings it up the floor.
Hey, watch this screen left.
probing the defense. Paul to P.J. Tucker. Payton with the basketball. Counting down toward a minute to go in this first half. To Davis, down low.
In the second quarter.
Plenty of contact. The shot no good.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
Payton into the front court. It's a one-point game as we approach halftime. Going to launch beyond the arc. Gets it to go. Coach cannot be happy with that closeout.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Not a good pass as the Pelicans come up with it.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Add 2 points to the board.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
With the rock, it's Chris Paul. He shoots. Oh, off the mark. That's it for the first half. The Pelicans have the lead.
Thanks, guys. Let's take a look at what went down so far in this one. The Pelicans will start the second half with a decent lead. And these guys have every reason to feel good about how they scored effectively in that opening half. Great offensive display. These are the guys getting buckets for the New Orleans Pelicans. The Rockets are down at halftime and in need of some momentum. And someone needs to step up offensively if they plan to win this game. Not a single player has gotten into double digits yet.
First half stats. Player of the half.
The film speaks for itself. He's definitely the player of the half. Now he just got to give an encore to get his team to win. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
Pelicans have the basketball. Holiday. Oh, bad pass as the Rockets come away with it. Harden with the basketball. His guys trail now by 4. 4-3. And James Harden, well defended, still gets it to go down. The challenge defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He is a scorer and an elite passer.
Harden with it up top. His guys down 3. Nothing going here on that drive. Down. Big finish at the rim.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Payton to Holiday. Pelicans down to 4 in the shot clock to Payton. Beyond the arc for 3. That's a fourth shot from Elfrid Payton. Off the mark. Harden into the front court. His guys now down by a point. End to end on that one. 94 feet for the basket.
This is where I go back into player mode. If the dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Payton. Five to shoot for the Pelicans. And he scores on the step back.
Did you see the distance between him and the defender? You could pretty much put a department store between the two.
Prices coming down. Here comes the screen. Doesn't have the touch. No good. Payton with the basketball. Leads 1. Short jumper off the mark.
See, when good shooters catch, they become hesitant, reluctant. That's the first sign of a guy that doesn't have confidence.
Harden has it up the floor. Here comes the screen. Takes stock of the floor. Nothing going here on that drive. 2-point shot for James Harden. The jumper's off the mark. Holiday in possession. Leads 4. Knocked loose. They love this hustle. Capella. Taken by the Pelicans. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Harden in possession. The deficit is 6. Hall to Harden. Screen coming. Now pass. Stolen by the Pelicans. Holiday controls the basketball. Looking to make something. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Rockets have the ball. Tucker to Harden. Surveys the floor. Chance for Chris Paul. Yes, it drops. Little drama on the teams in the Western Conference, no less. What do you make of Paul and his willingness to embrace a challenge?
Well, for the first 12 years of his career, he was ball dominant. The ball was forced to be in his hands every possession because nobody else, other than CP3, could make a play. Now there's a shared responsibility with the playmaking skills, and that only allows him to play looser, to play freer, to play more like he played in college, hunting his own shot and thinking pass second, score first.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
Subbing in for the Houston
Payton
Rockets.
to Holiday.
7, Carmelo Anthony.
Knocks it down from mid-range.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
To Anthony.
Believe in yourself.
Harden to Anthony. From long range. Can't connect. It's no good.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Houston with the basketball. Hall. That misses with 3 seconds left. Long heave from three-quarters court. That'll do it. Third quarter complete. The Pelicans in front. It's been a compelling game so far. The fourth quarter is underway. Harden in possession. His club's staring up at an 8-point deficit. Anthony. Oh, not a good pass as the Pelicans come up with it.
Don't play scared now. Let's push the ball. Let's get this lead on.
And he hits.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in the defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets, or somebody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Holiday in possession. Lead stands at 10. Won't go down. Defender's lucky he wasn't called.
It's because he took his eye off his target, Ed. As an offensive player, you have to glare at where the defender's coming to, but quickly redirect yourself to your actual target. He was more consumed with the defender than he was the actual rim.
New Orleans will take it up to Payton. Holiday to Davis. Nice pass to get things going. Who compares to AD offensively?
We would be doing a disservice if we compared AD just to one player. He's an amalgamation. Think about Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, Marcus Camby. Throw them all into a blender, you get Anthony Davis.
Payton into the front court. Lead is 12. To Davis. Now a steal as the Rockets have it. Davis. Holiday to Payton. New Orleans down to 4 in the shot clock. Trying to cash in. That's
important to instill confidence in your best player. I know he missed a shot earlier, but that doesn't mean that you can't run the same exact play and let him prove he's a player he thinks he is, and we all know he is.
It's rejected by Tucker. That one out of bounds off a Rocket. New blood coming in for both sides. Holiday. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. Rockets in control of the basketball. Paul to Harden. Down low, Capella. Goes reverse to lay it in.
That's a strong finish, regardless of contact.
Basketball. The advantage is 13 points. Oh, wasn't sure if he'd even shoot it, yet it goes down.
Okay, that's all right. You take your lumps and you move on. You did exactly what the game plan was defensively to guard a player like that.
Now pass stolen by the Pelicans.
That's all she wrote. Dribble it out.
Oh, a lot of contact. Shots no good and no foul.
Because he had no body control. You have to be able to control your body when you attack the rim at full speed. That's part of your concentration. People assume concentration just on the rim, but your body controls everything. Be able to speed yourself up or slow yourself down.
Payton to Davis. Inside, he scores.
And when we start talking about some of the top players in the game, can we talk about the guy that got first-team All-NBA for the 3rd time in 4 years? Can we talk about the guy who was the 2nd leading scorer in the league last year with 28 points per night? Can we start mentioning AD's name with the best in the game starting now?
On the follow, way to stay with it. AD, is he a new age big?
Easy answer is yes. He is Mr. Versatility. He can do everything on both the offensive and the defensive end. He can fight the post, battle for position. He can protect the rim. Plus, if you switch, he can guard guards on the perimeter. That's what you love about AD. You need something, he has an answer for it.
New Orleans going to take it up. Payton to Julius Randle. Harden with the basketball. Trailing by 15 to Paul. Harden to Paul. Goes to the right side. Shot clock to 4 for Houston. Tucker to Harden. Has a chance. Gets a look. Can't hit. The follow won't go either. Davis. Lets it fly from long range. Oh, Anthony Davis still guarded well there. Finds a way to hit the trifecta.
Look, I'm not the one to hate. I'm the prime example of a bad decision that turned out well.
We get a whistle and a timeout for Houston. They're down big in this 4th quarter and a chance here to empty their bench. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. It's Paul for 2. It's good. If you don't stand in his way, he's going to make you pay. It's the Pelicans who come away with the victory as they win this one handily. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
David Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Pelicans put together a nice win here today. And some people may disagree, but I think their ball movement was the biggest key to their victory. Still, I think we'd all agree that they made the defense look slow and confused throughout this matchup. Here are the guys. The Rockets put up a fight, but didn't get their hands raised at the end. And even though some of them smiled and shook hands with the other guys after the game, you could tell by the way they headed to the tunnels how disappointed they were about this loss. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Houston Rockets.
Game track. Assists. player of the game.
Drew Holiday could not have been more impressive in this game. The way he scored the basketball looked like he was playing with kids in high school. Time now for the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
This has been a presentation of... I'm Jalen Rose, signing off.